Should be picking things up, so that's you know, all well and good. It's auto drafting, just because I'm not paying attention, but now I'm paying attention. Take this little guy. Um, Cards that I probably don't run. I don't know, but we'll find out. We'll find out if I run those cards. I mean, Ichor Synthesizer, you know, that's your... I probably don't run pile, but it's a pile. But yeah, Phyrexia will be one. It's a signpost uncommon. Well, take the signpost uncommon. Woo! But pack 2. I'm just moving them all into this pile so you can see this is like the shame pile. I'm going to take the planar disruption, I think, because I don't know. I mean, the ability to... I mean, it's okay that you can just make a bunch of, you know, tap for any color and then make a bunch of mites consistently off of it. But removal is removal, so I'm going to take the planar disruption. Ossification as well. So, again, take the removal spell, and then just hope some of those come back. Come back to me. Return to me. I actually really like this card. I played with a deck with it. So, Myglow's Maze Crusher is actually a really good card. I don't think it's, you know, I'm not going to take it and splash for green and run it. Like, no. There's really no reason to do that. But it's one of those things where it's like, it's a 3/3. You can make it, I want to say a 5/5, and then you can also make it a Vigilance and Menace. I forget, or the one mode is plus, I want to say +2/+2. The other mode is Vigilance and Menace. And then the other mode is destroy target artifact or enchantment. So it can just blow something up. Taking the removal spell there, because it's a removal spell. Don't say no to removal. I haven't seen any equipments come through, which kind of sucks, because it's like we only have 2. And we have like 1 card that synergizes with it. But, well, 2. 2 that want equipments. But yeah, there really haven't been any equipments that have come through. I don't think that's worth it. Enters the battlefield whenever another creature or artifact you control is put into the graveyard. Put an auto counter on it, and you can put auto counters on it to exile the top of your library. Meh. So this pack was actually just really stinky in terms of what we set ourselves up for. And maybe I should have taken the Gruul legendary while I had the chance. Because that was just like, you know, that just wasn't good. Where X is the number of permanents you control with oil counters on them. It's really only going to be the 1. And that's assuming he even makes the cut. I mean, potentially 2, so, but it's like, alright, it deals X damage to any target. I mean, I have the Furnace Skull Bomb. I'm not moving this over just yet. Take the Blade Graft Aspirant in hopes that we get some equipments. I am just going to shift all this stuff over. I mean, you saw it. I have it. Cool, you know, move on. I have a bunch of ogres, and that's a surprisingly good uncommon. That, you know, but red's open is the point, but like, there shouldn't be this many dudes coming through. that can put oil counters on something for the sake of this dude. And then cards that don't really use oil counters, such as, say, Blade Gruff Aspirant, because I'm just using it as an example. You know, it's like those oil counters just sit there and it will benefit the Anointer. Blow up your own artifact and get yourself a goblin. Or series of goblins. So there's one equipment in terms of the strategy that we're doing. Norn's Wellspring, whenever a creature you control dies, scry one and put an oil counter on it. Remove 2 oil counters, draw a card. Do you go for the rare? Or do you just take the better card because that's clearly the better card? Oh, there's another equipment that I just totally didn't see. I mean, I'm probably going to take the Atrax's Skitterfang, and I'm just going to select it so the timer can run down a little bit here. But I like the idea of taking the Norn's Wellspring just because red-white is a color pairing. Is a color pairing that doesn't have much card draw. So, like, you need to force it somehow, and typically red will exile the cards off the top of the library. That's just what red does to make card draw feasible. Taking the Chimney Rabble. It's at least 2 bodies with haste. And this is one of the best removal spells in the excuse me, in the format, in the limited format. So, because it can make it's cheaper based on the equipment that you have, so it can be a single red and right now I only have 2, but again, we saw 2 in that one pack, so what comes back out of that? So long as it's not, I mean, I'll still take the 2 in the white helmet that ends up giving you just +1 butt, so +1 toughness. But it's like I'll still take that one, but I don't really want to take that one, and I really like the Juggernaut, especially considering how our creatures are. But I'm going to take the removal spell because it's a removal spell. So this guy he's interesting just in terms of oil counters and what have you, but it's pack 3. We would have seen an Urbrest Forge by now, or something that really benefits from oil counters. But I don't want too. I'm going to take it just because I don't want too many 4s. It's like, I'll take the Sprinter. He just keeps bouncing to your hand is the issue with him. Like, you put oil counters on something, and then he just keeps bouncing to your hand. Meh. Take it and put it in the board, and it's a permanent with an oil counter. Great. The Leonin Lightbringer likes equipment, but then, again, we only have 2 equipments. So which of the... I think next pack, so pick 9 maybe is when we should see that original one come back through. And if that was the original one coming back through... So this is it. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is our original pack. So you can get the 3 mana equipment or the 4 mana equipment. And I just don't like this equipment. So I'm going to take the Volshock. Because the Volshock at least is +2. And if we can if something has trample, or just, you make something really big, which the token itself is still a 4/2, so you can just throw that 4/2 in and hope it trades. But, like, this guy has trample, so, like, he benefits off of it. And these guys have menace and reach, so then you're flinging with 7 at them, so you have a bunch of 7/5s. Like, he likes artifacts, but meh. I think I like the Skull Bomb better than... I don't know, maybe that is a decent card in this kind of a deck, but I've never been fond of it. Whatever. Take that card. Well, you at least have 4 removal spells. And a combat trick. I think you kind of have to run all of those. And then it's just a matter of determining what you want to run out here. Which, Toxic isn't really our MO. We're not a Toxic deck, but... Welcome to another Zombie Devil stream, and this is our draft deck here. We are going to be building a Boros. So this is the first time I've drafted Boros. It just... everything looks normal. Sorry for that little blip that you all had to experience, but you know, not much I can do about that. But it looks like everything's normal and recovered, so that's good. My internet does that sometimes. It's part of the reason I don't stream a lot, but definitely part of the reason I don't stream a lot is also just the fact that, you know, I don't perform particularly well on stream. It happens. 2 cuts, eh? We're at 42. 2 cuts. Yeah, probably the Sprinter. It's a 1-1. I honestly think the indoctrination attendant to, but it is a 3-4. Not that these are good, but you know, it's like, again, card draw is worth something in colors that don't draw cards. And like that, this little pinger, I mean, not only can it swing in for 1, but then it's going to sit there and just ping all game so long as you're casting non-creature spells. I mean, that's worth a good 2-3 damage, which might be the difference maker. But I mean, it's a menace, and then equip costs are less. I'm not entirely sold on some of these things. This card's only good if you're playing against like a deck that's gonna the Crawling Chorus at least leaves a body behind, but it's a body that won't block. But yeah, do that. Just make that my cut. But yeah, YouTube, at least the quality is low. I gotta adjust the graphics or something. Or maybe it's just because this, even though it looks fine on my end in the preview is small, and then, you know, you blow that up. And I did manage to get, just through grinding is how I'll phrase this, I did manage to get into the platinum rank, which I didn't think I was going to get out of silver for the longest time there. This is fine. You do, you know, just a heads up about the Phyrexia and all will be 1 format. Like, you do kind of really want a 2-drop, because more often than not, your opponent's going to have 1. And whatever damage that 2-drop it can inflict, I mean, that's 2 damage in Toxic 1. Ooh, thankfully, we have this. I'm just going to kill it now, because it can tap to add, so it can ramp them into a 4. And I don't want them to immediately jump to 4 at the cost of 2 life. That doesn't have Toxic. It can trade. I don't care. Another one, okay. But they missed on the land. Yeah, so they missed the land drop with the first one. So they missed the land drop and had to dig for it, which I think we're okay with. I'll offer it up, knowing they won't take it. Yeah. Okay. I think I play the 5/5. This can have haste, so I just, you. Boop. We take 3. Even if they play something big, this is a 5/5, so it can trade off. I'm fine with that. We only have 3 equipments, and so those 3 equipments have to be drawn for us to do anything with this Lean and Lightbringer. But at least it has a ward. Cool. It's just a 3/3. I'm going to do that. That's fine with me. It's one of those things where, like, that's a read, and you read, like, alright, like, I clearly read that that's a combat trick. You have 2 untapped mana, and you're attacking with both your creatures that are 3/3s. And so you go, okay, well, that's, that's a combat trick. Something's going to happen. And there's Blazing Crescendo, which is the +3/+1. And so that's why I made the blocks the way that I made them. Because it's like, alright, that's how I'm going to dodge this. Exile creature or planeswalker. Doesn't matter to me, so I'll go there. Whoop. I'm handless, but I can draw a card. So if this is the 1/3, the 1/3 comes with block, but that's all he can do. That was in our pool, and if it's the 1/1, the 1/1 can't do anything. It's just a thing with an oil counter. So okay, you can swing in with a bunch of damage, but you do realize that I clap back. Yep. Because this can, just put an oil counter here, and then I can if I draw a creature, I can give the creature haste. Go. It doesn't give it trample. Okie dokie. Some bad draws, what can I say? No, it's worked out for them. I'm, you know, I think that was a fine race situation, how I've done. It just boils down to who, like, this still has an oil counter, so I'm dead to a haste creature, effectively. But, you know, the predation stewards have to tap to activate. And the Furnace Strider wasn't on the field when the ossification was played. But that obviously would be the pick. Now, if I draw the 3/4 Toxic 1 that returns something to your hand and then gives you a 1/1 might, I play that, get the ossification. Okay, well, so pass to blockers, and then I do that, right? Because you can't equip it instant speed, and you either have if you have a combat trick, you have a combat trick. Like, we just bounce. Yeah, okay. So you not gaining life and drawing a card kind of sucks for us. Nope. We're at 5. Abilities can't be activated, so you can't remove the oil counter off of it. If you ask me right now, the line is, and they saw the line, okay. That's the line because I'm forced to block, yeah. So that's where this Predation Steward is actually like a pretty good card. I have to block. Yep. My thing dies. I mean, there's only a couple. I think there's... Yeah, that one won't do it. Because he just blocks. That's all. Because that's all that card can do is block. Doesn't do what I need it to do. It's like, welcome to... I go to 1. Volt charge any target. Cool. Yep. No, it's one of those... You know, that's the issue with red-white, is it runs out of gas. And that's what I was saying about the card draw and why I wanted to keep the Furnace... Furnace thing. This has the tap to actually do the discard. Where is it? That one. But you know, I don't think if I was going to take anything out to fit this guy in, I'd honestly probably take a land, and I don't think... I mean, the Chimney Rabble at least would have been 2 bodies that would have helped us there. Maybe just do that, even though the dude is very good. Like, to have 3 5/5s with Menace that you can just keep playing. If you drew them. Because they start chewing through blockers and do a pretty good job of making your opponent have to make some blocks. But whatever, let's do that then. Minor little shift there. Because at 1/3 at least I can discard lands too. When I get flooded like that. It's a bad keep, but you're on the draw, and at the same time, you can sack this to draw a card. If you really, really needed it. So, like, I'd play the plains and sack this to draw. Or sack to draw, then play out your land in hopes that you get the land that you need. It's got trample. What do I care? Nah. Let's see what... Because if he wants to remove the oil counter, make the thing bigger, I'm just going to kill the damn thing. Yeah, so you used your oil counter. It's 5/5. Aggressive. Unless you have freed from flash. And then I gotta make you burn it and take 7. Boom. Which at that point you're okay with, I think. Because yeah, it's like I burn it, I take 7. Right on. But then he has 3 cards, I have 2. I have to play aggressive. And welcome to me playing aggressive. I pretty much cap out at 5. Like, I don't need more than 5. That's annoying. But it is what it is. I'm not a toxic deck. I'm technically the red-white equipment, and that's the strategy. I don't have the signpost in common. There was a draft deck I had, by the way, where I had 2 of those signpost uncommons. But it wasn't red-white. I've never drafted red-white in this format. So it was like, right on. A thingy. Cool. Oh, you little scamp. Okay. You gotta cast a non-creature spell to put an oil counter on it. Okay, you do. Neat. It proliferates, so 2 and 2. Cool. This sees it and becomes a 4/3. It's still 3 power though, so like yeah. Let's draw a card. Why? It's a plains. The plains is okay, but meh. There we go. Like, these are the things that you have to consider. Didn't remove the oil counter on the saw blade scamp. Oh. Neat. Okay. It's 2 damage, yeah. Kill the flyer. Makes sense. Makes sense. Method of my madness. Method of my madness is just clear out the 4 power thing. So all he has left now are these little blockers. Like a 2 and a 1 I'm not afraid of. Like the 4/5 is more than enough. That's bad. The 4/5 is not enough. I don't think I have anything that... Well, okay, I have those removal spells. So, like Iconossification and what have you. Zoop. That's good. take the action, target it, flying. Yep, you ping me. Darn. Yeah, he can't. He knows he can't. Okay. Draw. Thingy-mabopper. Cool. Okay, so it's 4 against 6. 4 against 5. Now he has reach, so flying. Well, I don't have any flyers anyway. You already killed them. It's right there. And then the oil counter shenanigan that Atraxa's bit Skeeter Fang can do. So I'm going to cast it, but then do you return the Batter Fist, knowing that it's going to give you another 2/2, or do you return that just so you can draw cards? I'm going to turn the Batter Fist, because the Batter Fist is another 2/2. It's cheaper than I thought, because... And I still move it back over there for free. Because I think the extra body, and 2/2 especially, is valuable. Yeah. So whatever he drew, because then you're sitting here going 3, 6, 9 against, and that should be at the very least 5 damage getting through, and then they're stuck at 1 and can't really do much against you. Like, so, I mean, I wasn't mathing it there, but I mean, you tell me. Like, looking at that board, it's like, alright, that's the way to do it. This is how we get, alright, that's a lot of creatures. Go for it. Because, yeah, turning the equipment into a 2/2 is better than a 1/3. 2 for, as well, 2 as well for, for cracking back in. I'd love to draw our equipment, but we do have equipment spells. Is it the... Yeah, okay, so bring the ending, cool. It's limited. You kind of have to cast things in limited, and then you know... Whatever happens, happens. Kill it. There we go. Fine. I don't really have anything that benefits from oil counters aside from the couple 2/3 cards, and like, I don't want to be hit for 3 damage by a stupid beast with toxic. Flying Death Touch or Vigilance. Okay. Burn your... I'd just burn the oil counter, not the combat trick, but sure. That's fine by me. It's a race. It's a race because I don't have anything. I should be playing 16 lands. It's the only reason I'm not is because the way Arena works, you just know when you go down to that 16 lands, it's never going to give you more than like 3 in a game. Like rarely do you flood when you're playing 16 because Arena's just like, no, I think you're fine. And it's like, okay, fine, I'm playing the full 17. I really shouldn't be drawing this many lands because that's 8 out of 17. And these were all in my opening hand. All 4 of these. So I've only drawn lands. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I drew this. But still, it was like... I'm pretty sure the Furnace Strider was in my opener. Yeah, it gains the 4 life back. Okay. That's, fair. Because I don't make you think. Alright, you got a fight... Yeah, okay. Boy, do you have it all, it would seem. I can't block the Skitterfang anyway if I wanted to. We pretty much lost off that combat trick, but when it comes to reading your opponent and what's in their hand, did I really expect a mazes and really? Okay, that's a bit much. Maze's Mantle. Like that's a combat trick that you don't anticipate. I know of Ruthless Predation, but that's not Flash. I get it, it's sorcery, but okay. Can't block anyway. He's just gonna give it lifelink again. Oh, flying, okay. Well, now you don't have any oil counters. So now what? Oh, now I just bounce a creature and I win. Okay. Lovely. It's great when you have all the answers. Magic is fun when your opponent has all the answers. Nope. That's contradictory to my last statement, but it's true. I did not have fun in that match. Get your stick. Get your stick there. Get your stick. That's your stick, Bears. I know, but that's your stick. That's sorry, I had to pee, but But just, yeah, drawing a bunch of lands is not really the way you want to go out. Kata, Drap, Snap, Alicidra, and O1 Ella. Welcome, 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 welcome. I do occasionally acknowledge the chat, so welcome, guys. Folks, lads and ladies. Just get the tap land out of the way. I'm not doing anything with it. It is a 2/2. Nope. I don't have any equipments, but I also don't want to... Hammer one shot is like the Pioneer hotness. That's kind of annoying, but oh well. He still has to block with 2 things. There we go. So now you can just proliferate that stupid poison counter on me. Yep. Hit me 10 turns. I don't really have any flyers other than that one Flensing Raptor in my deck. So... And removal spells, but... Removal spells aren't where I want to be at the moment. I can make 2/2 cats. Okay. I'm doing it this way, because I can just move it back. One hit from the Sky Scythe is fine. Of course. Yeah. Of course, but still, one hit from the Sky Scythe is fine. Never said it was ideal. Yep, fine. Yep. Oh, it sucks that you blew up my equipment. Because this has affinity for equipment, so that would cost 2 if I still had that. Phyrexia Atlas. Yep, I'm corrupted because you've proliferated enough of stuff on me. It's such a waste, but I'm fine with that. Because this guy can just block the crap out of that thing. Do I have 6 lands? I have 6, I don't have 7. Don't get me wrong, it's annoying if he's doing what I think he's gonna do. Okay. Flyers be flyers. I mean, I am at 8 life, but I don't see giving the Resistant Skywarden lifelink and like crashing into our opponent as the answer, because they just snap off the block of these two creatures. Of course, Mesmerizing Dose. Now I can't block the 5/5 flyer, so it didn't matter. But they were nothing in their hand, so pardon me for making that mistake. In more ways than one. There's another one in the deck, but it's not going to be what I need it to be, so just show it. Show it, show it, show it. And Sadness goes on the stack. Of course, you're not going to let me draw a card? No, yeah, Sadness goes on the stack. Okay. Yeah, sure. That's all I can do, is gain a bunch of life. But gain a bunch of life is still losing by 5. So, yep. Kill them all, kill them all. I make a 2/2 and die. Look at that. I got to 5 whole life. And I put 3 whole damage on our opponent. It is what it is. For people who watch my stream on a regular basis, not that I've only recently have I returned to it, but not like I'm doing it, regularly. I just like Phyrexia all would be one. But moral of the story, and the point that I'm trying to make, is that I never perform particularly well on stream. I don't think it matters that much. I'm not freaking out about it, but it doesn't reflect the quality of player behind the screen or behind the keyboard, or whatever you want to term that. And I'm not a pro. I just killed a Thrumming Bird with like the best removal spell in the game because I didn't want to, get poisoned out by just a 1/1 that I wouldn't be able to block, like, ever. Realistically, wouldn't be able to block. So it's like, okay, then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and take my chances on the ground with that 6/5 Trampler. Of course, the next thing they play was that blue-white artifact that its power is equal to the number of artifacts you control, and it flies, and That's another archetype I haven't drafted that exists in this format. That's blue-white artifacts. I just tried red-white equipment and failed. Failed miserably. I'm just taking this because it's just a little beater early on that can lay down a poison counter. I feel like the evasion of flying is pretty good, and if they focus their removal on something like that because they don't want to be poisoned out of the game, then this can land. And some of those things, like I think it was Vraska's Fall or whatever, or it's an okay card, but it's just a sacrifice effect, and like so what? Because oftentimes they can just sacrifice something that gives them a Phyrexian might token or something that is actually like beneficial for them. So the Blight Valley Rat is kind of where I'm looking. I do like the Merc Convert, and then let's see if they're corrupted, you can just make a 1/1. I mean that's a 1/1, but how often is that going to be relevant? So I think this is the safer pick. The Blight Valley Rat. Woohoo! And the Rat King. I have a rat. Ooh, it can tutor up a rat. How about that? He doesn't have toxic, but he's another just big 6/6. Like these are 6/6. You can't deny the power of a 6/6. Considering we just lost, well, we didn't lose to the 6/5, but gambled our way around it. Is how I'll phrase that. Before losing to a 5/5 in the air. So if you can beat in with these, I mean, I 6/6 in the sky and 6/6 on the ground, but consistently beat in because you lose the game after this guy does his thing. But oops, it's like move it back, move it forward, move it everywhere. And I don't mind cutting black and just being mono black and then determining what your like 7-ish other color cards are, because black synergizes with every color I want to say in this set other than blue. Like it synergizes with blue, it does, but because I mean there are 2 signpost and commons that are blue black, but just not on the same level that it does with other colors, if that makes sense. Head cleaver. Okay, so this is kind of asking us right here and now if we want to be. I mean, kind of. It isn't literally, but kind of asking, do you want to be green-black or do you want to, like, it's kind of. And I'll take the Basilisk. I mean, it's got Death Touch. Bone Picker Scourge, because if they have Corrupted, it's got Death Touch. So, if any of the Pestilence Siphoners come back, then you just say, yoink, because. And we're like 2 picks away anyway from seeing one of those, potentially. Potentially. I'll take the bitter end. I mean, Freed from Flash, meh. And Swooping Lookout is okay, but I don't know. I think I'll just take the Bring the Ending and think about my life's think about life's choices. But here's the Vraska's Fall, so it came back. Yeah, sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker and gets a poison counter. If you can keep the board clear, then you can turn that into sacrifices a planeswalker. Take the Gulping Scrap, Trap. I'm not in love with Cruel Grimnark, whatever. See, when you second to last pick, Maze's Mantle. Hence why I didn't play around it last game. It's like you don't come across it that often. You just don't. So this is a very good card. I don't think we're black-red necessarily, but like if the Volt Charge wheeled, which like the Pestilence Siphoners didn't, then like you could maybe justify. I mean, that's a 4/4, 4/4 with haste. It is a dragon. Like you're turning a 2/2 rebel into a dragon with the potential for that, which is like removal and like I think the Rot Priest is the pick because toxic. Well, we have corrupted and a couple toxic creatures, so like yeah, I guess we're kind of in that vein. But ooh, that's one of the best equipments in the set, and you kind of just have to let it go, which sucks. But I could justify taking it and pivoting off into black-red. But like, ooh, I have an Ichor Spit Basilisk. Like that's the only green support I really have right now. I don't think the Maze's Mantle is that much. Isn't the support that you think it is. But you just, it's like, yeah, I'll just take the Signpost in common and work it. I like Plague Nurse over some of those other cards. Because toxic. So, toxic 2 or 1, whatever, but yeah, but it leaves behind the 1/1. But like Fuseling is a very good card, so that's if black red sacrifice is the archetype, but and there's the hexes. So this actually was a strong sequence of packs for red. And there's the cacophony scamp too. I can pronounce cacophony sometimes. Take the prophetic prism. Not necessarily gonna run it, but I'll take it. Card draw. Guess I'll take the card draw. Again, just like I kind of alluded to earlier, just heavily cut black and call it a day. Oh, there's the Volt Charge. That's a late. So yeah, they took the Dragon Wing of. Someone should have, yeah. But the fact that that Volt Charge came back. I don't really like it, but I'll take it. It's too slow. Because you have to, you literally have to play it on turn, put an oil counter on it the next turn, because then it's not summoning sick. Then it can ramp you by untapping lands. So if you have it on turn 1, yeah, I can get a Rot Priest out like on turn 3. But nothing here is more than 4, and I'm not trying to ramp into something gigantic because I don't have like a whatever the green like toxic 8 thing is. I think it's toxic 4, but anyway, you get my drift. Nothing is more than toxic 4 in this set. What do you mean toxic 8, man? I know, I'm so crazy I invented a creature that is the best creature in the game. I've played blue-red, I think, the most of all the archetypes, and maybe white-black. The issue I found with white-black, even though you have that signpost in common that can blow up creatures, in order to get that online, you just have way too many tiny creatures. 1/1, 2/2, and the crawling whatever, which is that white 1/1 toxic. We had it last game. I know what I'm talking about. I just can't remember what it's called. But you have to have those sorts of creatures to have any hope of getting your opponent corrupted, and then, okay, they're corrupted, now what? I'm gonna probably take the Anoint from Affliction. I like the viral spawning. 3/3 with Toxic. If it's corrupted, I can flash it back. I would hope that our opponent is corrupted based on some of these creatures. And it also then fleshes out, for lack of a better term, our green compared to our black. But removal, the concept of bread, bombs, removal, and I forget what the E and the A, or the E and the D. I don't remember how they spell bread with the full acronym bread for draft, but bombs and removal, I remember the B and the R. So those are what you prioritize. We have a bomb. Like, that's a bomb. No denying that. Another rat. I'm going to take the armor dude. I mean, 2 rats I think is enough. Yeah, when they die, they proliferate, but I'd rather grab him and flesh out our green a bit. And the unnatural restoration can bring these guys back. I think the spell bomb. I'm going to take the spell bomb on that one. That one was a tough one. That was tough. But, it's like looking at my options on that one, I'll take the spell bomb. Knowing I can either draw a card early on if I need like lands or something, or make one of these 6/6s a trampler. And I think that's okay. Annihilating Glare is fine because, again, you can just keep blowing up Bite Belly Rats and proliferating so long as you can get that early counter on. Like that first. Not only do you want to have 2 drops in this format, but that first poison counter is important. And being able to get that first poison counter on your opponent. Yeah, I'll take Whisper of the Dross. There are a decent amount of 1 toughness creatures out in the wild. World wild, you understand what my brain's trying to do. Just take that. If that's like your last pick, not it's third to last pick technically. That's a very good card. So I don't know who left it in there, but that just and then another pestilence siphoner. Yeah, pestilence siphoners galore. I don't think I need 3 of them, but okay. Yeah. I can see where a card like that is good. I'm just gonna keep the Rascus Fall. For what it's worth, the I don't listen to Draftsmith that often. But Draftsmith is saying, hey, you know, to put this card in your deck. And it's like, you know, it's an oil counter and it can untap. So if I am stuck on lands, knowing that I'm only playing 16, that is good. And this is like just shitty because unless the board's clear, they can sacrifice a 1/1 token or again something that can give you that can turn into a 1/1 token, like the Hive Master. Give me that one. But I think I'm okay with that. Like, it's a 1/2. Like, that's the positive. It can block 1/1s all day. But I think I'd rather the removal spell. Remember, we're a mono black deck. We just happen to have like 6 forests or something because we have 6 or so green cards. So I think I'm okay with that. So let's go. And there's the forest anyway. So now let's not draw any more lands. That's annoying. Fight spell. No, incubation sac. Now what's interesting is that, I mean, and I know that if you swing first, you offer me the trade, but it's interesting that I just, I don't want to deal with it, because I play the Blight Blade Rat out, they can then offer the trade, and then we're taking hits, and oh, great. Unfortunately, the first strike aspect of it means that we're just getting hit by this stupid thing. You draw a card and lose in life. Destroy target action or remove up to 3 counters from target permanent. Okay, cool. Fun, fun, fun. They have all the answers. It's very frustrating. Okay, that's gone. Next. They have that. Alright. Not cancel. Just cast that. I give you the opportunity to cast something. Boy, oh boy. Yep. Owie, owie, owie. Owie, owie, owie. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I guess I should have attacked first. But it's fine. Because the whole point is I then get you to 2 poison counters, but... I'm on the back foot. It's 19-6. Like, I'm just thinking I gotta stay alive. Ruthless Predation, you have something. I mean, you're staring at that creature, so you're telling me you have something. Annihilating Glare. Yep. Okay. Okay. Shove. And it doesn't matter. If that was an untapped land, I could have done something. But when you're playing on the back foot, you can't really rebound very easily. And you could argue that some of that is just being on the play versus being on the draw. Like because they were on the play, their turn 2 was 3/1 toxic 2 elf. And yeah, it's 3/1, so I can just block. But then it was so because I played my turn 2 was playing the 1/1 flyer. And kind of debating, do I take the 2 or do I block and trade, knowing we can kind of like trade poison counters. But anyway, so it's like, all right, that's what's going through my head. But then what goes through their head, obviously, is ruthless predation, get the trade out of the way, so I can't make the trade. And then all right, I can't make the trade. So you get the poison counters on me. My board is clear, so you can't. So you can just go straight through. If I play something to try to be like, all right, let's trade. Uh, I'm on the back foot. So that's why I was like, okay, I think all I can do is. Luckily, they had the Tamiyo's immobilizer. If they didn't have Tamiyo's immobilizer. Anyway, so this opponent has 10, so they can just. So I played that on turn 3, going like, aha, I have the upper hand. You can't beat a 6/6 on turn 3. Well, they can, and did. And it's like, well, poo poo, poo 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 poo, foo foo poo 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 foo foo. Tap something down because beginning of combat. Yep, they don't want to mess with it. So anyway, at least in the moment, it's like, okay, I will Annihilating Glare, not Annihilating Glare, sorry, that's just the card I'm looking at now, but it was the other removal spell to get rid of the toxic guy, because then we're not taking any more toxic. It's exiled, it's converted mana cost 3 or less. Like, that's what I'll do. And that then becomes just, it cascades out of control. And that was, it is what it is. But That's fine. That's also fine, because I can... What's the ward? The ward's... Oh, the ward is just 3 and pay 3. Oh, my. But... Yes. Auto pay. Sack a creature. Yes. So I do that. Submit 2, yes, because the auto proliferate is smarter than it should be. In more ways than one. Interesting. Okay. I will offer that trade up hands down. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. Okay, you can bounce the Scrap Gorger, which is annoying, but you can bounce it, yes. Mm-hmm. But I've taken away your unblockable creature, and I've taken away your big rare bomb with a 1 mana removal spell. Okay, you have another unblockable creature, but you had to play it from scratch. So that's something. So do you tap down my Siphoner? You did not. So I get a free attack. Yay. Where you go to 6 poison counters. Because in your head, you're probably sitting here thinking, well, if I don't, if I hold this, I can tap something down to swing for lethal. Or maybe. I assume that's what's going through their head. It enters the battlefield with an oil counter, gets +1 for each oil counter whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Put an oil counter on it. Okay. I can see that. Yes. Alright. Yeah, it's only 3 mana, so. Oh, I see. Well done. Well played. What can I say? I mean, that's the nature of a blue deck. He doesn't get the proliferate trigger off of it, but I'm not inclined to want to deal with that, so no. Or draw. I think it's proliferate or draw a card. I forget which it does, but I'm not corrupted. Just play that out. No, I'm not inclined to do anything silly like that. Great. And that can bounce another creature, so you can bounce the flyer to get in for... I'd bounce the flyer myself, but sure. Logic, of course, here is... Yeah, whatever. Okay, I blocked there. Block there. Whatever. Son of a bitch. I did such a good job of, oh my god, of keeping the board clear, and then they get back into it. I should have killed the cat then, I guess, instead of the unblockable creature, but the unblockable creature would have been unblockable! So what do you know? It's like, what do you do? Well, you got by a Tameo synthesizer. Nothing you can do about that. I can't do anything anyway, so I'm willing to give this deck up. It doesn't matter. You know, 2-drop, 4-drop, I don't care. If anything, this is the one win that, you know, Arena likes to give you, and you just kind of have to shrug. I need another swamp, preferably. Lots of Maze spell bombs. Planar disruption, so I can't activate the ability on the Plague Nurse. I only have a single swamp, so I don't see the point in using Annihilating Glare to get rid of this Death Toucher or Whisper of the Dross to make sure that it doesn't do any damage. Like, I think I'm doing the right thing, and not doing damage to Death Touch doesn't trigger, but, is what I'm saying, but he doesn't proliferate, is what I prevented from happening. Or he doesn't Death Touch kill off my Hive Master, but I don't get the proliferation. Like, that's the downside. But I still have a 3-2 versus a 1-1 that can't block. Great. It removes poison counters or something. I can't remember. If you get one or more poison counters, instead you get one or more, and instead you get one, and you can't get additional this turn. Yeah, so you still get one. And then you can choose target creature or artifact. When it's put into a graveyard, return it to the battlefield. Sure, I don't mind, because I'll sack that all day. Can't do anything with it, so it's just a 6/6. And maybe that puts more pressure on, but I'd rather throw 6/6s, ground 6/6s at them. Or let the ground 6/6 eat the removal, and the air 6/6 win the game. Maybe, possibly, hopefully. Because you lose the game if it has no oil counters on it. I've never been sold on this card. I just want to see how they block. Because a Knight with Affliction can get everything. All of them. Just all of them. It's going to trade regardless, but I'd target Malera. He can get his Death Toucher back, yeah. In that sense, I didn't calculate my land situation properly, but it's fine. Ow. Okay, I'm now corrupted. Make sure that my opponent is corrupted. And then it's not an instant. It's a sorcery, and so they can cast it if they don't cast anything else. But I would just block it and kill it. Okay, that kills the flyer because it's a flyer. But we're fine with that. I have another flyer. I don't know what the wording. I think it's permanent. I don't think it lets you just cast spells. Yeah, non-land permanent. So you can give you cast your spell bomb. You make it a 6/6 with trample. Sure. But you can't cast anything else. Yeah. We each, or they only lose 2. Haha. Boom. You kill the rat and the rat proliferates. So you don't want the rat to proliferate. You can play lands from your yard. When you play lands from your graveyard, period. Tab, choose target non-land permanent in your graveyard. If you haven't cast a spell this turn, you may cast that card. If you can't, but if you do, you can't cast additional spells. So he can just play that if he wants to play the tap land and draw a card next turn, because that's how that works. Sure. That was stupid, but sure. Nope. If you haven't cast a spell, yeah. So he cast a spell. What is the 5-mana thingy-mabopper? Okay, it's gonna be that. And then what do you pull back? Just a land. Okay. He needs to block at least one thing. But he can do it in a way where we actually lose. That buys me a turn. But that's only 7, so... Oh, he can bring the stupid thing back if he wants to, and then win. Oh, no, he passed that. That still loses the game, but... maybe you just swing with the flyer then, whatever, but... Oh well, like I say, it's like, this was kind of a throwaway. I, I don't know, maybe it's just... That's what happens when you get to platinum. You don't win. But, no, we all know it's me with streaming. I got to platinum off stream, and now I'm on platinum, like, and struggling. So, I'll let you watch a draft. I'll let you watch a draft, but I'm going on a little break, so hold on. And I'm taking the music with me. Haha. No hold music for you.
When this war is over, we will finally rest.
Oops. Maybe you didn't hear anything because I stupidly unmuted. Or forgot to unmute. My bad, my bad. I'm a dumbass. But whatever. Just take that card and roll with it. Well, anyway. The Volshock Splitter will come back. My dumbassery aside, so Nina 10, welcome, welcome. I am sorry that I'm a dumbass. But my dumbassery aside, you can hear the dog kind of mumbling in the background. Yeah, he's making noises, so he needs to go outside. He's telling me he should be good, but he's telling me he needs to go. So I'll emergency go, emergency. You know, klaxons going off. So I will take him out and catch you guys next time. Let the AI kind of finish this draft up. It's only like 5 picks, and another Blue Suns and a Thrumming Bird. Okay, take the Blue Suns Twilight. Yeah. See you then. See you next time. Whether I've played this on my own or whether you get to watch it has yet to be determined. But catch you guys around. And thank you very much for watching. And I just have to sign out because for the dog's sake. So sorry, but you know you can see what this deck is shaping up to look like, and that's all very well and good. So you know, let's play it out and let's see. Next time, I will take the Volshock Splitter just because I want to take the Volshock Splitter. It's not a good card in this situation, but I will take it. I think the Malcador was the pick there, but neither here nor there. But you're at least getting to watch this. But yeah, I gotta go. Zoibe_Devil is the Facebook channel. I'm gonna take Mesmerizing Dose, but talk to you guys later. So bye. So follow on Facebook is what I'm saying. Follow on Facebook and. Sorry, now they're coming hard and fast, but I am trying to sign out. So yeah, follow on Facebook, Zoibe_Devil. Donate to the channel if you want, and I'll catch you guys next time. So.